Welcome to Menu Mondays. Stay tuned. So this week I'm using my little cheat sheet book. This is a book my sister got me for my birthday and I love it. I put notes in here about the videos and so forth. So thanks sis, love it. So this week I had 4 meals. However, the last one I put in a video that I did earlier or later last week, which was our RV, a day in our RV Georgia life or something to that effect. And that was the chicken pesto. So be sure to check out that video if you like chicken pesto. It's one of Big Daddy's favorites, and Abel loves chicken and he was here that night, so it was a great night to make it. The day that I left to go take care of my middle grandson, I made a beef stroganoff because it's done in the slow cooker. So I was able to put the chuck roast and the ingredients in before I left, and then when I got home all I had to do is make the egg noodles. So that was a great dinner for a day out or a day when you're working and you want to come home and it's ready. Today we're making beef stroganoff. So what I've done is put in the slow cooker 2 cans of condensed golden mushroom soup, 1 large onion diced, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, half a cup of water, a couple dashes of garlic salt, about 1 teaspoon, and then a couple dashes of hot paprika. Now I'm just mixing this together, and now I'm going to add 2 pounds of cubed stew meat. Okay, our stew meat is in there now. I'm going to set this on low for 8 hours. I'm going to go out. I'll be back, and then after the 8 hours is up, you add 8 ounces of cream cheese. Just got home. I got 17 minutes left on the timer. There is our beef stroganoff thus far. I have cut up our cream cheese, and I'm going to go ahead and get that put in here. Alright, so all our cream cheese is now in here. I'm just going to mix it all up. And just put it on high, lid on for about 30 to 40 minutes, or until all your cream cheese has melted into the sauce. And keep an eye on that. While this is cooking, I'm going to boil some egg noodles. This is what your beef stroganoff should look like after all the cream cheese has melted in. We've boiled some egg noodles in the Instant Pot. They're all ready, and our stroganoff is all set. So I'll show you the plated dish, and that's dinner for tonight. Another night I made salmon patties, and along with that we have green beans and macaroni and cheese that I made. To start with the macaroni and cheese, we're using the Instant Pot. I put in 1 pound of macaroni noodles, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And I'm going to set this to pressure for 4 minutes. Make sure you set it to seal. Manual 4 minutes, and then it'll come to pressure, cook for 4 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, for our salmon patty dip sauce, we used 1 cup sour cream. I was just finishing some things up here. 1/2 cup mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of dill relish, 2 teaspoons of lemon, and 1 teaspoon of dill weed. And then I'm going to mix this up and put it in the refrigerator so it's nice and cool when we have our salmon patties. Alright, our macaroni's done. I've added 2 cups of cheddar cheese and a 1/2 cup of milk. Now this is to be left on keep warm, and we're going to add another 1/2 cup milk right before we get ready to eat. Back here I have some green beans that are just on simmer, and then I'm going to start the salmon patties in here. Now I have my salmon, I've got my breadcrumbs, my eggs. I have also some all-base seasoning, some lemon juice, salt, and pepper. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, make the patties, and then coat them in the breadcrumbs and put them in the frying pan. Okay, everything is mixed up. I'm going to make them now into patties. I'll lay them in here to coat them with the breadcrumbs, and I have some olive oil in the pan, and I've got this heating up. Alright, our salmon patties are in the frying pan. This is side number 1. Okay, this is salmon patties side number 2. And I'm putting the lid on so they cook all the way through instead of just on the outside. Our green beans are warming up nicely, and our macaroni and cheese is all done. Alright, and the last one I have for you is a homemade spaghetti that I do in the Instant Pot. Now I don't use it for pressure, so you can do it in any pot on the stove. I just use the Instant Pot because it's a good size insert pot, but I do not use the pressure setting on it. In fact, I don't even use that lid. I have a glass lid for it. But here's how to make that spaghetti, and again, it's a big hit around here. Alright, so for dinner tonight we're going to have some spaghetti that I'm going to make in the Instant Pot. We're not going to use the pressure setting, so you can use any pot of choice for this. First of all, I'm going to put in the Italian sausage and brown that until it's cooked. Alright, all the sausage is cooked. So now we're going to add the other ingredients, which is going to be 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes with basil, 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, 32 ounces of chicken broth, okay, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and some red pepper flakes. Big Daddy likes these. Usually the recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon, but I probably do a whole teaspoon. And then lastly, the spaghetti. Now it calls for 1 pound, but I find that to be a little bit too much and it gets too thick. So I use about 3/4 of a pound and leave the rest. Now, we're going to get rid of this, which is what I used to brown. And from here you go with tongs. And you're going to bring this to a boil, and I already have it on saute high. Leave it on boil for 15 minutes, stirring it occasionally until the pasta is cooked. And then your spaghetti is ready. I'm going to do some garlic bread now. Okay, we're about halfway through now, and this is what it's looking like. What happens is the spaghetti starts soaking up the sauce. So you just keep stirring it occasionally with the tongs. And our garlic bread is cooking in the new wave. Okay, and this is what it should look like when it's done. You have a little sauce, you've got your meat, and your noodles are all cooked through. I'll serve it up. Our garlic bread is all cooked, and I'll show you the plated dinner. So thank you for joining us today for Menu Monday. I'll be back next Monday with more recipes. If you have any ones that you'd like to share with me, I really appreciate it. Put it in the comments below. If you haven't joined our RV journey, we'd love to have you. Be sure to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we'll be back soon with more videos. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.